1,000,000 to 1, Entry 2. Same as it ever was. I gasped and immediately sucked in all the air my lungs could carry. My eyes shot open in what felt like the first time in a century. Not that I'd know what that length of time actually felt like, but it felt more appropriate to say that rather than just a long time. My vision revealed the familiar sight of a wooden ceiling fan, slowly rotating and just barely visible due to the glow of the LCD across the room. I slowly sat up and scanned the room. The bookshelf had many games, movies, and collectibles that were all organized accordingly. The TV was still on from presumably the night before, though the console hooked up to it had already turned itself off automatically. Thus the screen shone a solid blue with the message, "No signal detected." The room was bathed in blue light, so it was easy enough to see, but you wouldn't want to attempt to read anything. There was no doubt in my mind that this was my dorm room at Silver Street Academy. Never heard of it. I'm not in an explanatory mood right now, so hold on a bit. I held my hands out in front of me as if to check and make sure they were still there. Sure enough, they were, all two of them in fact. I turned them over once or twice to satisfy that peculiar doubt in my mind, and I reached over to the nightstand for my glasses. Sliding them onto my face, the room became significantly more clear than it was moments ago. For one thing, I could now very clearly read that "no signal detected" message on my TV. I ran my fingers through my thick silver hair and sighed deeply. "Seems it was just a dream," I remarked aloud to nobody but myself. I heard a blip from my nightstand. I correctly assumed it to be my cell phone, and if you can believe it, I even managed to deduce that it was alerting me to a new text message. I know, I am quite the ace detective, hold the applause. I unplugged it from the charging cable and clicked the screen lock button. 9:14 a.m., Friday, December 14th, 2012, it read. Wait a minute, that couldn't be right. That was last week, I'm sure of it. I may lose track of time easily, but I can remember when a whole week passes by. I was 100% sure today was supposed to be December 22nd, but who am I to argue with the almighty cell phone? This had to be a mistake. I walked over to the game console and tapped the power button. A moment later the screen came on and I saw the date and time in the top right corner. 9:16 a.m., 12/14/12. No, this couldn't be happening. It just couldn't. I fell back onto my bed and began to run my brain as fast as I could. It's possible that someone came into my room and messed with the date and time settings on my devices to prank me. No, wait. I lock my dorm room at night. The principal has an emergency key, but would he play a stupid prank like this? I wanted to doubt it, but as silly as it sounded, it was much more believable than the alternative. The alternative was that I somehow was thrown backwards in time. I felt like laughing as I thought the thought that I thought. Thrown backwards in time? How? A machine? Magic? Nonsense. But as I stared at the phone in my hand, I started to think, maybe that was exactly what had happened. But what did that mean? Did the world actually end or not? Was I dreaming, or did that all ever really happen? The end of the world, as well as everything I did last week. Looking back, I noticed nothing at the time. I could usually tell after a while when I'm in a dream, but I never felt that last week. What does all this mean? In my confusion, I had completely forgot about the text message. I clicked my phone back on and... Hold up. I don't remember receiving a text message when I woke up on December 14th the first time. Assuming I actually did and it wasn't a dream. I was about to ask myself an unanswerable question, but decided it would be more beneficial to just read the damn text and think about it later. I swiped my thumb to unlock the phone and tapped the message icon.
Hello. If you have received this message, then you have been selected. Do not die. All good things come to those who wait. Alia Iacta Est.
I didn't know where to begin. Selected? What the hell for? Do not die? Oh yeah, because I was actually just contemplating jumping off a bridge when I got your text message. Those who wait? That just sounds like a fancy way of saying don't ask me any questions. But that last bit, I knew that. From the dream, if it was a dream, that saying was inscribed on the door I fell through. Damn it, what did it mean? I swear I knew that once. I could remember it was Latin, but its meaning still eluded my memory. One quick Google search later and I knew. Alia Iacta Est. Let the games begin, I muttered to myself as if my brain needed confirmation on what it just read. So what? This is some kind of game? Well, sorry, buddy. As much as I love games, I prefer them when my life isn't on the line. Who sent this text anyway? I looked down at the text. The space where the sender's number was usually displayed was blank, and the reply button was grayed out. What the fuck was this? The text had to have come from somewhere. How did this person manage to make my phone hide his info? That wasn't possible. That's about the point where I just said fuck it and got dressed for my day. I had things to do, whether I'd already done them or not. I slipped into some black jeans and my gray and black striped polo shirt, put on my overcoat and wrapped a pale blue scarf around my neck, and then I was out the door. I was on my way to the cafeteria for breakfast, completely disregarding any time travel I might have done. Was not gonna let that ruin my day. Entry 2. End.